Hey guys, welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. Welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. This is Chandra, and got some more tarot card readings to do tonight. And I'm not at my normal desk like I normally am, so forgive me for that. I try to keep things pretty much on track with the same things, but we had a program going on, um, so it's taken me away from that. But we have a good reading today for Vanessa. And this reading is, she wants to know about her love life. Right now, she's currently single. She doesn't know really what the future has in store for her. So we're going to do a tarot card reading for her and just try to find out. So let's shuffle the cards here. It's been quite a busy day today in my neck of the woods. I've just been doing some traveling and things. Haven't gotten out a lot since coronavirus. Us monks have just been pretty much sticking indoors, just doing some spiritual activities mostly, but it's kind of nice to get out today. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan, a beautiful sunny day, and it's just really nice. We went for a walk in the park, and that was nice. Okay, so now I'm just going to concentrate on Vanessa and her question. Now shuffle the cards. Okay. So the first card we come to is about the past. So this gives us a little bit of insight into the past, Vanessa's past, when it comes to relationships, that type of thing. And the card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is really more about leaving a legacy. It's about it's teaching others what we've learned so that they can go out and enjoy the same kind of successes that we've had. It's sort of about like giving back. It's also really about reaching a place in our life that's comfortable. When you get to that comfortable spot, and once you get to that comfortable spot, you're able to actually ground yourself in more other activities, things that you might be more preferred at doing, that type of thing. So in the past, maybe it's about as far as relationships go, like directly with this, it's about finding your own inner groundedness. Our next card is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands, pages are messengers. This is the present moment now. So Vanessa's wanting a message, and of course we have the pages. They're bringing the message. And what is the message that the Page of Wands brings us? It's a creative message. It's about creative potentiality that comes through via creative endeavors, things of that nature. So maybe an example would be, you get an idea to do something, and you get all excited. It stirs you up. Seems like a good thing. And so right now, where Vanessa is, it's in this stage of activity. It's about taking action and creativity. That's what the wands are all about. But the message is to be active, to stay active, to continue this type of pursuit. And the future, Vanessa has drawn the Knight of Wands. I'll show you that card. So this is the Knight of Wands, and the future card is really about maybe 3 months or so out, 2 to 3 months out. I'm picking up about 2 months out. I'm picking up. So in this particular, we're looking at the Knight of Wands is about, Knights are about movement. It's about how you progress with your goals. The Knight of Wands basically tells you to go for your goals. It's basically giving you the okay, the go ahead. It's about creative movement, having confidence in your creative abilities, and then moving quickly. So in about 2 months, you'll start to see a shift in your love life, and it's going to happen really quick. It's not going to be something that's going to just be like, a steady progression that can flow and continue. Instead, it's more going to be along the lines of, it's going to kind of catch you off guard, and it's going to it's going to capture your attention and just really, how best to put it, it's kind of like, it's going to keep your attention, and it's going to like occupy your time. And other activities, things going on in your life, those other activities, they're just going to seem like they're on the back burner. It's not that they're not going to be important or they're not going to be thought of. They're just not going to take precedence at that moment. So in about 2 months from now, you'll find yourself in a situation where a relationship could be happening, but happening in a way that's very quick. The answer to the outcome that we'll get to here in a little bit is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is, well, a lot of people look at this card. You got the guy, he's got a couple swords. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. He's got a couple swords, and he's just kind of leaving the background and everything. He's leaving off. And what he's basically doing is he's leaving the party early without telling anyone. Or he's leaving the group early without telling anyone. And he's just kind of sneaking off, kind of getting his and then getting out, or getting hers and getting out. And so kind of the answer to what the outcome will be, and we'll get to that in a moment, is this idea of going it alone. Okay. So maybe not involving groups and things of that nature. So the next card is really the energy that surrounds this page, the Page of Wands. And the energy that surrounds the Page of Wands is, Two of Swords. So in this card here, we have the Two of Swords. And Two of Swords is really the energy that surrounds the messenger. And it's sort of like blinded by choice. So twos are usually about relationships, and it's usually about choice. Swords are usually about mental conflict. So there's a conflict maybe going on, like mentally around, a decision that you're faced with. And maybe intentionally you're wearing blinders, you're a blindfold, and you're keeping yourself kind of in the dark. And basically the reason for that is because, in life we have to make choices, and those choices can be very difficult for us to make, and they can have difficult outcomes as a result, difficult consequences. So picking and selecting the right thing is usually going to be the name of the game. So as far as like a love life and a relationship and that, maybe there's some people that you're entertaining the idea of being in a relationship with, or some people that may be entertaining you for a relationship. And it could be that you're just not really seeing the opportunities, or it could also be that you have kind of a direction that you are thinking or more leaning toward, but you have maybe some other options also, and so it's really kind of hard to really make the right decision. I'm almost picking up maybe the earlier is the case, in the sense of maybe you're intentionally just being blind to situations around you where possibilities for relationships exist. Now let's look at kind of where you're at mentally, and this will kind of verify this past card. So this is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is it's this feeling of being trapped. And when people are trapped, they're normally blind to solutions. And in this card, of course, the young woman in the card, she is wearing a blindfold. And just like with the Two of Swords, also wearing a blindfold. Now, the chances that this card would come right after the Two of Swords and you would get the Eight of Swords is pretty remarkable. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just noticed we've got some people on here. Maxie, Miliano, please, yeah, ask whatever question you like. I'll be happy to answer that for you. Wow. Okay, so Maxie is asking a question, wants to know if she asks a former boss for a job, if he's going to take her to work with him. His name is also Maxie, which is her name, same name. I hope I'm getting that right. I don't know. Maxie is sounds Italian, and I'm not sure if I'm getting the gender right on that. Forgive me if I'm not. So I'm just I'm picking up. I can do a reading for you here in just a moment, actually, but let me finish up with Vanessa here, and then we can get some clarity on that for you. No problem. So the chances of, okay, both of you are male. Okay, great. So Maxie is male. Okay, I have one Italian friend that lives. He's also a monk, and he's from Western Italy, northwestern Italy, and he's a really, really sweet, sweet person. So fantastic. Yeah, I'll get that answer for you here really quickly. But let me just finish up this reading here for Vanessa. So, like I was saying though to you, Vanessa, is like, so you have the Two of Swords. You also have the Eight of Swords. Now, those coming back to back is pretty, it's not a common thing. So I don't think it's by accident that you're getting both cards, and both cards, you have both ladies in the card that are blindfolded. So it's being blinded to things, or feeling trapped, or feeling self-critical. There's a component of disbelief, doubt, hesitation, things like that, reserve that kind of creep in when you have these cards. And really the key to it is really conquering your mind, and that's going to be, as far as like where you're at mentally, that's really, if you can work on conquering your mind, and you can get maybe a little meditation would be nice, but just negating that negativity, whatever you're feeling, those negative things that are coming to you, letting those things go are going to free you up and take the blinders off of you so that you can actually see what's in front of you. So before we talked a little bit about this Seven of Swords, this card here, and sometimes people refer to this card as the Thief in the Night, the Thief card. It's where the person just kind of gets what they are trying to get, and then they move out. In this case, though, this is really just about, it really just means going it alone. So let's look at the next card, and this is really your outcome card, and this is about the relationships. Okay, so in this card here, we have the Eight of Cups. We've got a person that's wandering away from relationships, and the relationships are the cups. And by leaving this behind, this is the outcome is really about leaving relationships behind, moving into a completely different direction, going it alone. So at this time, there will be some kind of a disappointment in love, just in the sense that, yeah, I mean, here in about 2 months, you'll probably more than likely find yourself getting swept off your feet, or you'll find some kind of relationship really happening. And you'll think to yourself, oh, this monk, this guy, this Chandra, he doesn't know anything. He said that, I would pretty much be kind of going it alone, and kind of just disappointed with love and that. But here I am. It's 2 months out, and I've already got someone in my life, and things are really good, and things are really moving fast. It's because it will be short-lived. Okay, so yeah, you'll find some relationship opportunities, things in that regard, but ultimately, it's the disappointment with what's presented to you, or love. Things will not be so uh, so easy for you in that department. I think that's a fair way of putting it. The I want to really there's something that's coming up, and I'm just getting this. I'm picking this up, and it's something that I just really want to bring to your awareness. Okay, I'm picking up that it's not that you won't have relationships. In fact, you have so many different. I'm picking up you've got so many opportunities for so many different relationships, and probably, truth be told, you've had some relationships before, but it's just like these relationships just kind of leave you disappointed. There's a sense of disappointment in the relationships, like there's a higher ideal or something that you're striving for. And what I'm getting is that you're really looking for that in relationships. But what the cards are really telling me, and I'm intuiting, is that the reason that you feel this sense of unfulfillment is because a higher there's a higher part of you. There's your nature is a little bit different. Like your nature is more about you just kind of, yeah, you'll get your wishes. You'll be able to find love. You'll be able to get all of this, but it just really won't be to the degree that you want it to be. So the card is really saying, seize the day, take advantage of your days, but also kind of be on the lookout here in the future. Like I'm talking beyond this 2 month period, probably like it could even be leading up to the 2 months, even maybe especially after getting this reading. But I'm picking up like some spiritual stuff for you. There's a higher thought process happening. Like there's a higher, higher thinking. There's a higher spiritual development happening, and that's really what you're yearning for. And and I've said this to other people before. If you really want to know the secret to making relationships work, it's really about, you know, it's really about serving the other person. It's not really about serving our own self. So if you want the relationships to work, if you want success, if you want anything like that, the way to get it is to really ultimately serve. And it's like that with everything. I mean, it's love. Love itself is all about, love is really about service, um, and it's serving for no other reason because it's in your heart. So if it's in your heart to do something for someone, then you're going to do it. If it's not in your heart to do something, but then you feel like a pressure to do it or something, then you'll feel a resentment. So it's kind of like the worst kind of position to be in, is to be in a position of doing something for someone out of like an obligation or a sense of duty without it really being in your heart. So my advice is, as you're, I just don't really feel that that's really, I'm just kind of picking up that's not really, that's kind of the thing that's going to leave you fulfilled. The thing that's going to help you and give you more fulfillment, or maybe a better solution here, is really this going it alone, and just kind of basically, finding your own spiritual path. Like just kind of like really kind of moving in the direction that you're feeling that you're being pulled into or led into. Because if you try to like go into these superficial kind of unfulfilling type relationships, they're not going to help you. I mean, you're just not going to get much value out of those relationships. Yeah, I mean, if it's your desire, those desires will be met. You will find those relationships. And in fact, like within the next 2 months and all, I really see something fast paced kind of happening. And even beyond that, maybe 5 months out, I'm seeing something else, maybe another guy. But here's the thing, like as one thing hits, another thing hits, you just feel yourself really unfulfilled, like dissatisfied is a good word for it. You can entertain those, I mean, for sport or for the sake of just doing it for entertainment purpose or for whatever. But, at the end of the day, it's not going to really fulfill you. What will fulfill you, though, is really just kind of walking away from that for a period of time, kind of going in your own direction. And what you'll find is that other solutions, other things that are better for you are going to come your way. So that's really what the cards are telling me, and that's what I'm picking up. So I hope that this helps you, Vanessa. And so Max and Milano, let me just go ahead and see what I can do for you as far as your question goes. This will just be a quick one for you. Happy to do this. Let's see what we got. So Maxi Miliano wants to know. Okay, great. You're still here with me. Great. If he's going to be able to be taken to work by his former boss, he's going to ask the boss for a job. And so we'll see if Maxi will give Maxi a ride. Take him to work on that. So let's see. So for this, it's just a simple 3-question. The best of the 3, you'll have like a yes or a no, a yes or a no, and a yes or a no. So the first card that we have, let me go ahead and shuffle these, or cut them out rather. So the first card that we have, Page of Wands. Just like before in the previous reading that we had, the pages are messengers. Page of Wands is really about creative potential. And it's just basically bringing a message of inspiration, spark of an idea, gets you kind of excited. And that's probably what's going on right now with you, is you're probably just getting these ideas of things that you can do. This idea of working and stuff, it seems like a good idea. So, but it's about activity. So that's a positive. So that's a yes. The next card that we have is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is all about, well, you can see it in the cup itself. The Ace of Cups is about thy cup overfloweth, wishes fulfilled. This is in the tarot, this is basically like the wish card. So whatever you wish, that's going to be fulfilled for you. So that's 2 yeses. So the answer to your question is yes. I don't need to do a third one, but why not, right? Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is all about money. Money is about jobs. And the Knight is all about movement and progressing with your goals. So Maxie, the answer to your question is yes. I hope that helps you. It was a very easy one. The cards are very much just answering directly for you. So, yep. So, yep, I see what you're saying. So, oh, you're absolutely welcome. Yeah. So you have a job now, but you want to change to one with a better environment and money to earn. I completely understand where you're coming from. You know, so many people are in the same type of situation where they're just looking for a better work environment, something they're more suited for. And of course, they want to make more money and stuff so they can take care of themselves and their families better. And, you know, perfectly understandable. So absolutely. So yeah, I'm so happy for you. You know, you'll have to definitely chime in and let me know how it works for you. So when you get a chance and everything works out, if you don't mind, maybe going back in on the video comments, like at some future date. It doesn't have to be right away or anything, just when you have time, and just, you know, kind of letting everybody know like what happened. It'll be very exciting for everyone to know. So, all right, well, thank you so much. And guys, this pretty much wraps up this live stream and Vanessa's tarot reading, and surprisingly enough, Maxie's as well. And so I hope that you guys have gotten some value from this. I'm actually going to be doing a couple more live streams. We have a few more tarot readings to do tonight. And so just if you want to stick around on the channel, feel welcome to, and you can see some more readings. So, all right, thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want, hit that bell icon below the video. What will happen is it'll give you notifications every time we do another one of these live streams. And of course, like the video if you like the video. So, all right, guys, thank you so much.